Hello, and welcome to this year's Cobblers video. A look back over a season which at times during the summer of 1992, fans could have been forgiven for thinking the club would not see. After the exodus of players following the takeover by administrators Pennell, Kerr and Foster, manager Phil Chard's options were going to be limited. The season began for Barry Richardson with a close encounter of the wet paint kind, as some of the players travelled to Wellingborough Prison for a training game against the inmates. Former player Adi Mann was taken on a month's trial basis. However, he was released before the season started. No one was under any illusions concerning the battles to be fought in the coming 9 months.
Yes, you've got it! And bowl!
Kevin Wilkin, who was one of the players released by the club, was offered a contract. His second chance for Wilkin came after 2 years when he'd been dogged by injury. Looking forward to his first full season in the management hot seat, Phil Chard explains how the role differs from that of a player.
It is very difficult. I mean, it's gone from being a 3 or 4 hour day to being somewhere in around 24 hours. You know, it's almost a full day. There's always someone ringing you up, always someone you've got to speak to. And it is a big change, and I'm still getting used to it. Probably the biggest thing is the frustration angle. You know, as a player on the pitch, you get frustrated with players. As a manager, you've got to temper that, and you've got to direct it in a way that it's productive. At times, I do fly off the handle, and it's something that I've got to work on and get used to.
How are you settling in with Phil Chard as the new manager?
Very well, very well. Much better than I did with Theo, unfortunately, but much better. He accepts that I'm going to make mistakes because I'm a young lad, but at the same time, he knows how to work me and he knows how to push me, which Theo didn't do.
The big thing is we need their support. Don't become complacent and assume that the club is saved. It's going to take a lot of hard work this season. We need the full support of the club, and we need to be successful on the field. And we will be playing football as much as we can, and hopefully they will come in and watch us. And we need their backing all the way, from day one to the last day of the season.
A prophetic statement from Chard. As we now know, of course, the fight for survival did last, not only until the last day, but until the last 6 minutes of the season. Pat Gavin's winning goal at Shrewsbury coming after 84 minutes. Our 7th year of producing Cobblers videos, and it wouldn't be complete without mention of a new ground. However, this time at least we've got as far as having a big hole dug.
Long sleeves out. Get the long sleeves out.
A new season inevitably means a new strip and new sponsors. This year, Carpet Supercentre. This was the first chance for the press to meet the squad assembled by Cobblers' management team, Phil Chard and Stuart Bevan.
Fair enough. Now there's some extra chairs there.
The team photo includes all the playing staff at the club. Now here's a chance to meet the first team.
Kevin Wilkin, centre forward.
Yeah, really.
Floating.
Wilkins.
Yeah.
Floating legend.
Mr. Winning.
Big goal kid. Arms of the given. Basil Brush, utility. Centre forward. Five side. Moving the forward. Hey, Shaggy. Hello, Shaggy. Look. And again, what's the name?
Terry Angus, central defender. You're alright, you dress well. I've got one of them suits, you get for next. Do you get for next? Yeah, I'll wait till the game. Slaughter it.
Oh, dude, it's smart.
Relax.
My name, I guess. Sorry.
Be Larry this season, I think.
No, that's it.
Phil, I suppose everybody's looking forward now to the start. You must have been delighted with the way pre-season's gone overall.
Yeah, we've gone into it very positive. The results have gone well for us, and we're still undefeated.
And the great thing too, stability.
Yes, I mean, the lads have known what they've had to do. They've gone out and done it. The stability in the background and on the field has helped, and the lads are really confident.
How important do you think it is that you can build on what happened at the end of last season when everybody got together, battled and fought in adversity?
It's very important that the lads are keen to go out and show what they can do again, as they did in the last 5 games, and I've no doubt they will do it.
You were talking only a few days ago very positively, very optimistically about promotion and playoffs. What do you think you need for those dreams to become reality?
They're not dreams. If you consider dreams, that's something that's fantasy. We're going out with a positive attitude. We are going for promotion. We are going to get in the playoffs. And that is the way we all consider the future to be. If we don't, then obviously, you know, you've got to consider why you're going out there.
What about the league? People would say it looks a very tight league. There doesn't look to be one outstanding team in there. Would you agree with that?
No, I think there are 1 or 2 that will stand out once the season gets underway. It's the same as everything else. You get a good start and you're going to be up there. It's then difficult to knock them off the top. We've got to get a good start just like everybody else.
Gillingham, Saturday. Perhaps not the easiest place in the world to start.
No, we could have gone to 1 or 2 better venues to start the season, but I mean, it'll show them, it'll give them a chance to play on a good pitch against a team that played nice, attractive football, and we'll have to match them. If we do, then we should come away with a good result.
This is Lovell. Good ball in, good header, oh, against the post from Aylott, and there to put it home was Mark Osborne. Bevan. Brown, yes, 1-1. It's a good ball in, it's a good shot, oh, it's a great goal from Maurice Scott. Cobblers have pushed forward for offside, and it's O'Connor, only Richardson to beat, and there it is, it's 2-2. Goalkeeper's come and fumbled outside the area. Chard, oh, it's the winner! In the last minute, Phil Chard has got what surely is the winner. Cobblers players are appealing, but the shot comes in, and Crown has scored. Headed down to Lovell, Lovell shoots and Lovell makes it 2. Played to Terry, shoots, oh, it's taken a deflection, and yes, Northampton get one back. It's nice football. Oh, that's a great ball, great ball. Good shot, and it's a goal. Hignett the scorer, and Crewe lead by a goal to 0. Oh, this is delightful stuff. Knocked back, the shot, and the goal. It's scored by Naylor. He's coming forward again, and it's Naylor. Oh, and it's gone in. Wilkin, good turn by Wilkin. Oh, that's a great ball. It's Brown. Brown through, and is it going to reach? Yes, Brown scores. Good long throw, and it comes across to Terry. Yes, Terry scores. 3-2. Bell. That's a good ball. Brown is onside. It's with Wilkin at the moment. Wilkin lays it to Brown, and it's a goal. Comes in. This is Blake. Late turns, and he's brought down and the referee says a penalty. Ramsey steps up and that's the equaliser. He's under some pressure at the moment. It's a good ball in. Oh, and I think it was Steve Terry that got the final touch. A belated start to the season as usual for the Cobblers home fans, and at last a chance for Rob Marshall to sell the What a Load of Cobblers fanzine. Hereford were the first team to come to the county ground in the 92-93 campaign, and for the 2,668 supporters who attended, it was a chance to be at a game which will feature in sports quizzes for years to come, when football history was made, as Hereford became the first club to have 4 players sent off in one match. Wilkins still looking for his first goal at the county ground, and he came close then, but just wide. It's Wilkin again. Oh dear, that was a clattering challenge from Greg Downs, and I think he's going to be booked. Parsons goes for it. Oh, it's another challenge. It's Titterton this time, and he was sent off against the Cobblers last season, and I think he's going in the book for that challenge. Wilkin stops, and he was brought down as well. And it's Theodosio that's going to be booked. Went a long way, comes to the edge of the box. This is Steve Brown with a shot. It's a good shot too, and just over the top from Brown. Good work by Angus, and the final shot was from Brown. Terry Angus. Wilkin, and Wilkin brought down by Jones, and he could well be the next Hereford player to go in the book, and indeed he is. Parsons comes across, Chard, and oh, I think he might have been fouled then, was he? And the referee has certainly seen something in the box that he's not happy with. Chard's still down, and he calls Theodosio over to him, and it's a red card, the second bookable offence. And Greg Downs had better tread carefully. He's on thin ice, and in fact he's the second one to get a red card. Well, that's quite extraordinary. We're going to get another yellow one as well. Meanwhile, the Cobblers have got a penalty kick. Foul was on Chard. Bevan, yes, 1-0. And the real mountain now for Hereford to climb. They're 1-0 down, and they're down to 9 men. And Hereford clear it. That's not a bad ball out of defence. Cobblers a little bit stretched actually, and it's 2 against 2 at the moment. Parsons comes across, it's a good ball into Brain, Brain's through, and Brain has equalised. Oh, amazing! And I'm not sure he should be gesturing like that to the crowd, but he's got the equaliser, and his own supporters are delighted. And the ball's gone out, the linesman flags. And, oh dear, it's time wasting, I think, and Titterton can't believe it. He's already in the book, and the referee is going to book him for time wasting, which means he becomes the 3rd player to be sent off. Incredible. It's a good ball, Wilkin. He was brought down by Jones, and it was a bad challenge, and he's been booked once, he's been booked again. He's the 4th player to be sent off. Well, this is absolutely extraordinary. Good ball, it's headed on, that's dangerous. Steve Terry's there, and it's over the top. Harvey Lim. Long kick. Terry Angus was nowhere near that one actually, and Steve Terry's fumbled, and at the moment the Cobblers are struggling to defend. Bevan. Good shot. Oh, and Lim needed 2 attempts before he finally caught it. Now then, good shot. Oh, it's a goal from Crown. And surely now the Cobblers are not going to get back into this one. They were 2-1 down after the first leg. Crown, it has to be said, took that goal magnificently. And Gillingham lead on aggregate by 3-1. That's a nice bit of skill. Brown comes across, and it was a bit of a desperate challenge on O'Connor. Nice ball in. And no one marking, and completely unmarked then is Aylott. And Aylott makes it 2-0 on the night, 4-1 on aggregate. Wilkin, all the way through, it's still Wilkin. Oh, and I think he tripped right at the last. Comes in, and Steve Terry's there, but it was very nearly a goal, and I think it was Hill. It's a good ball. Now this is Alexander. Alexander shoots. Good save from Richardson. Hill. Oh dear, that was a bit of a clumsy challenge from Sean Parker. Barry Richardson tied it up, but it's a sad sight, and it looks pretty grim for David Hill. And as you can see, he's in some considerable pain. Burnham. Brown. Bevan, this is good football from the Cobblers. It's Wilkin. Wilkin's through. Now, can he get this first goal at the county ground? Yes! Yes, he can. It's 1-0. And look at the relief on his face. Took it well, but steered it inside that far post. And at long last, Kevin Wilkin scores in front of a home crowd. Oh, that was well charged down, and Bevan was caught in possession. It's a good effort. Oh, a good save from Richardson, and Terry Angus was there as well.
What did you think of today's performance?
Better. And the lads came in at half-time and got a bit of a rollicking for their first half performance. They've gone out the second half, performed better. And, of course, Kevin Wilkins come up with a goal.
Stuart put it through, and just a gap opened up between the two defenders. It's like taking it on and had a go, like, you know, that's right. Luckily it went in.
Everyone's fully aware of the situation at the club. There are a lot of young lads here, and they need to win as much to keep their confidence up as anything else. And it's been needed for everybody, not just the players, but for the supporters.
The next game was the first in a run of 7 successive defeats. 3-0 at Barnet. Carter, Stein and Scholler were the scorers. So to Torquay, where Adrian Foster scored the only goal in the Cobblers' 4th league defeat away from the county ground. Torquay boss Paul Compton was ordered from the dugout, but this shot from Adrian Foster must have looked just as good from the stand. The referee said it didn't cross the line, however, so the score finished at 1-0 to Torquay. Case, good ball to him from Wilson. That's not a bad ball forward either. This is Thompson. Still Thompson. Oh, he's gone a long way and he scored. Oh, that was poor defending from the Cobblers. Just look at this emphatic finishing from Ian Thompson. Easy with the kick. Terry Angus didn't really get near Thompson. Battling away again. Here's Thompson again, tries a shot. Oh, that's a cracking goal. A splendid goal from Thompson, his second of the match. Look at that again, just look at this, way outside the box when he hit that. It was curving away from Richardson all the while. Excellent goal. Comes in Lucchetti, and that's the third. And another fine goal, and it's a useful Halifax side. This is good stuff. Now this is Bell. Bell pulls it across, the header's there, and Wilkin gets one back. 10 minutes or so into the second half, and Kevin Wilkin puts the Cobblers back in this match. Chard, good turn to Brown. Now Steve Brown, nicely done, it's still Brown, yes! And the Cobblers are right back in it now, it's 3-2. Fine goal from Brown, he just walked round the defender, slotted it home, great goal. too far ahead of Brown, just couldn't quite cut it out. This is Hildersley. Nixon. Nice ball in, and arriving was Greenwood, and the Cobblers' comeback is choked off. Halifax lead again by 2 clear goals. It's 4-2. Yeah, Jason Burnham was caught then, and that's played across, and an easy goal for Thompson. And now it's 5-2. Bit of a rout, really. Lee. In by Finney. Good hanging cross away by Terry. Clark tears himself up. Clark shoots. Oh, extraordinary! What a goal from David Clark! Tremendous shot. Just look at that. It flew in. Bevan plays it wide. That's a good header, and it's in. But wait a minute, the flag's up below us. Yes, and the goal by Jason Burnham cancelled out. Went for it. And, we got it over somehow. Brown. Nicely done. Bevan shoots. Oh, it's off the inside of the post from Bevan. That was Scott. This is Bevan. Tries to shoot. Good save. Tremendous save from Pollitt. Want to float it in. Floated goalwards and off the line. Lincoln having all the luck. Bell. Oh, it's come in and it's off the line again, and following in with Steve Brown. But no, the flag's up again and it's cancelled out again. Now Lincoln coming forward, played in, and yes, there's Jason Cabier. And after all that pressure from the Cobblers, Lincoln score. Good ball in, Terry. Oh, what a fine goal from Steve Terry. Played upfield. Aldridge has got some space. Oh, he's past the defender as though he wasn't there. It's Aldridge. That's delightful. That is absolutely delightful for Martin Aldridge, and what a way to get your first goal. Bit of a mistake there, and Foreman was in, and he pulls one back for Scarborough. This is Mudd. Still Mudd, goes all the way, and that's the equaliser from Mudd, 2-2. Foreman, yes, 3-2. Cobblers are really stretched now, just a minute or so of the match remaining. Shot comes in, good save from Richard, it falls to Foreman, he's on a hat-trick, and he's got his hat-trick. Cobblers are stretched again. Burnham's coming back to try and help out Curtis, but this is looking dangerous. It's Norris over the top. Well, he got a player inside. If only he'd lifted his head to look. It's a nice ball. Comes inside. It's a good shot, and it's a good save too from Leonard. Bevan doing the worrying, but Lemon held off the challenge. It's a good ball forward. This is Carr. Plays it in, and unmarked in the middle was Steve Norris, and Chesterfield lead by a 1-0. Nicely flicked on. Burnham's been caught for pace, and the Cobblers are stretched, but what a great save from Barry Richardson. Tremendous goalkeeping. It's a good ball in. This is Norris, who scored one. Sets up Turnbull, who sets up Lancaster. Lancaster must score. Oh, Richardson did so well. Aldridge could try a shot. Terry. Oh, that's a fine save. The ball went through the wall, and it was a good save from Crichton. Curtis crosses it in. And it wasn't a good clearance, and it's going like a pinball at the moment, but finally it goes behind for another corner. Aldridge managed to beat the defender. It was Richards with a half-hearted challenge, and Aldridge is battling hard. Oh, and in the end, it looked as though he'd only got to tap it in, but Aldridge put it over the top. Prindeville, and it's gone all the way through, and Doncaster are 1-0 up. The Cobblers come into this match on the back of 6 successive defeats. Terry. Plays it in, Brown's coming forward and a real melee at that far post. Bell. This is Colkin. It's a good ball in. Prindeville, oh, and Prindeville nearly became a player that scored at both ends. Look at this. Misdirected his header, came back off the crossbar. There's now 7 games without a win, and worse than that, 7 games when they've been defeated each and every time, and makes them not really the place that they'd want to come to try and break that run. It's going to take a Herculean job to put a stop to that run. But, oh, that's a fine goal, and it came completely out of the blue, and it was Mickey Bell who scored it. Took it well on the volley. Look at that again, the ball came across, Bell took it perfectly on the volley, just bounced through the keeper's hands. At last, something for the Cobbler supporters to cheer. Looking ball in, and it might fall yet. Oh, Steve Terry really should have scored then, and it's coming in from all directions, but still the Cobblers couldn't score. A bit of shoving then, involving McParland. His first game for the club, and he's going to be booked. In fact, he's going to be sent off, and he's not at all happy with that. I've not seen a player as angry as that at being sent off for a long time. McParland absolutely livid. Humes he's directing his anger at. Thomas. That's a good ball, and the Cobblers' offside trap hasn't worked. This is cross. It's cross. Oh, Richardson did enough, did he? Oh, and somehow it's gone wide. Throw. This is Wilkin. He's through from that throw. Wilkin, surely he's going to score. Oh, he's put it wide. Charge battling hard to win that, and he has done. Charge shoots, and it's just gone wide again. Colkin went in there, but he didn't win that. The ball's played in, and it falls for Marlborough, and Marlborough has scored 1-0. Nicely done. Football at the moment. This is Marlborough again. Comes into the box, shoots just over. And he can't believe it, but it was a good piece of football, and a shame he couldn't keep the shot down. This is McParland. Looking up, seeing who's in the box. It's played right to the far side, and the man in the box and the man on the end of it was Kevin Wilkin. See here, McParland looked up, picked out his man, and Kevin Wilkin was almost behind the goal line when he scored, and puts the Cobblers back on level terms. Terry leaves it, Wilkin leaves it for Terry. It's a shot, oh, just over. Good effort from the Cobblers' boss. Here it comes again. Gone right across. This is McParland. Brings the crossing from the other side, headed down. The shot to the edge of the box. Now it's Brown who shoots, and a good save. It was Prudo that made the save from Brown, and it was a good one too. Oh, it's in! Oh, that shot floated in, and it was ball. Just have a look at this. Floated in, and really Barry Richardson didn't get anywhere near it. Goalkeeper missed it, and it's loose in the box. Brown off the line, it comes out to Terry. Still Terry, Brown, it's still Brown, shoots off the line again. Oh, and it's Terry Angus in the end, and the save again from Prudo. Headed goalwards and off the line. Burnham pumps it forward again for the Cobblers. Great shot and a tremendous save again. Despite that defeat, the Cobblers' form had improved over recent weeks, and with an FA Cup first-round tie against Fulham approaching, the players relaxed in the week leading up to the match with a game of 10-pin bowling. The match saw Sean Farrell return to the county ground, having spent a loan spell with the Cobblers. For Phil Chard, despite the club's lowly league position, there were now some positive points to talk about.
Yeah, we've played very well over the last few weeks. The one thing that's been missing is just been that little bit of a killer instinct in front of goal. Against Darlington, we had all the play and most of the shots, and every time we beat the keeper, there seemed to be somebody else on the line. We're just better unlucky in front of the goal at the moment.
But it's great. I think it's great being top scorer, goal scorer at anything. I mean, we're in training, the lads all rib me and that, but at the end of the day, it's nice to turn around and let them know I'm still top scorer, disregarding what goes on the training pitch. I mean, it's like a title, really. I mean, they've got to go past that, my total, for them to actually start giving me stick, and I'll have to accept it then. So I'm just enjoying it at the moment.
And of course, people have been saying that we've been missing 1 or 2 strikes at goal. Hence, we're here today putting a few strikes down.
I think I've grown up, matured, and took it on more of a responsibility. And I said to myself, I do want to play at a high level, and I think the only way I'm going to achieve that is by putting performances like I have been doing, week in, week out. I've been a bit disappointed with the last 2 games because obviously I've heard about the speculation, what's going on, and I think I've took it on me back a bit too much and started thinking about it rather than just waiting until it happened and then just getting on with it. So right now I've just forgot all about it.
So welcome to the county ground. It's the first round of the FA Cup, and there's a good crowd here today, just under 5,000 for this match against 2nd Division Fulham.
7 Jason Burnham, 8 Kevin Wilkin.
The award of the club's administrators, and in the director's box with him, Brian Lomax. Bevan's corner, headed on by Wilkin, and Wilkin, Terry! Well, Kevin Wilkin claims the goal. Did Steve Terry touch it before it went over the line? Let's have another look. There's the header from Wilkin. Here comes Terry, and had it crossed the line, I think it might just have done. Certainly Kevin Wilkin's going to claim it. Whatever the scorer, it's 1-0 to the Cobblers. Bevan, from Stannard come, didn't get to it. Brown with an easy chance, and it's 2-0. Steve Brown in overdrive. Stannard only half punched. There was Brown, 2-0. Delighted supporters. They've not had a lot to cheer about this season, but 2-0 up in an FA Cup fixture will do very nicely. Terry just puts the ball exactly where he wants it. You can see the camera angle. There is a chance to get it round the ball. Well, it took a deflection, and it's past Stannard, and the Cobblers are 3-0 up. Look at it again from the normal angle. You could see it took the deflection, and no real chance for Stannard. Brown. Nicely done by Brown. Goes all the way. Oh, and shot wide. Comes down, and Richardson came for it, and there's a goal. I think it was Farrell in the end that got the final touch, but it doesn't matter too much. The whistle's gone, and the Cobblers safely through into the 2nd round. They've beaten Fulham by 3-1.
Get in! Yeah! Kick her! I've got one.
Should never be going.
Obviously, we were confident that we could do the job. The preparation's been a nightmare this week, but we got out there today, battled hard and got the right result.
Free making sure the line is back before 10 yards. It's Hall that's shaping up to take the free kick. There was a player of York's in the wall. Oh, that's a beautiful free kick. That really was a tremendously floated free kick. Just look at the curve on that. Bevan to the far post, headed in, and did it cross the line? Not yet. Oh, it's there. Terry Angus. That's his first of the season. Good work. Good ball in as well, and it's a shot from Curtis. It took a deflection, and there was a header. Oh, it's in. Yes, Curtis. Well, it took an awfully long time, but finally Curtis was there, and the Cobblers now 2-1 ahead. Blackstone, it's there, 2-2. In the corner, which Steve Terry is on the end of, yes. Well, it's an amazing game. The Cobblers are back in front, 3-2. Oh, they're caught here. Jason Burnham trying to cover. He's taken the shot. Oh, Barry Richardson juggling with it. Good shot by Harmon and a good save too. Over it comes, Blackstone's there, that's his second. And York's third, it's 3-3. Less than 10 minutes left and the Cobblers really need these 3 points. Well, we're in the last minute of the match. Good save. Brown, it's gone goalwards. Oh, Chard is there! And Chard has got the winner in the last minute of the game. It's been a magnificent match. Look at that. Just in the right place at the right time, and Phil Chard with the winner. It's got to be the winner. Fife brings it right across to the other side. Thorpe plays it back in. Oh, good save from Richardson. That was from Barnsley. Now here's a chance. Good chance. Oh, it's a great goal. It's a tremendous goal from Hawke. Really took it well. Cross, and the header is just wide. Terry steers it through. This is Brown. Brown scores. No, he's offside. Won't count. It's still 1-0. Nicely done. Good shot. Oh, off the post. Play back in again, and that time Richardson did tremendously well with that save. Good ball over. Chard plays it back. Oh, and it whizzed across the face of the goal there. Played short, and it's crept in at the near post. It was Davey with the shot, and Richardson got to it but couldn't keep it out. Now then, this is good stuff. This is Benton. It's still Benton all the way through and just couldn't get the ball in at the end. Back to cup competitions. In a 2-1 win at Colchester in the Autoglass Trophy, Bevan and Brown scored the Cobblers' goals, followed by a difficult second-round FA Cup tie away at Bath. Steve Brown opened the scoring for the Cobblers. Room for Smart to equalise 15 minutes into the second half. Phil Chard came on as sub and put the Cobblers 2-1 up. But Randall earned the non-league as a replay 8 minutes from time. Next, a home tie against Barnet in the Autoglass Trophy. Stan and Barry had a tiff during the week, leaving the Bees without a manager. Just over the top. Good save from the keeper, from Gary Phillips. Corner comes in, and this time the header was straight at Phillips. So it was a good header by Brown. Played in, and McParland let it go wide. Or was it back? Oh, it was a good effort, and Phillips made hard work of the shot from Benton. It was Angus up for that one, and oh, it was off the line and cleared by Huxford. Played forward again. Wilkin. Still Wilkin. Shoots! Oh, just wide. I think Phillips might have got a touch to that one as well. This is Shola. Oh, nicely done by Shola. Left two defenders for dead. Puts the ball in. It's a good one too. And oh, that was Gary Bull off the post, and then the shot, I think, came back off of the crossbar, or did it come back off of Jason Burnham? Terry. Good effort and a good save from Richardson. That was taken short. Could be a shot, indeed it is, and another good save too from the Cobblers keeper. Oh, it's ball, and there's a player offside, surely on that far side, but he wasn't interfering with play, and it didn't matter anyway because Bull put it wide. Not really managing to clear it. This is McParland. Chips it in, and headed goalwards, and it's in. And I thought Terry Angus looked a bit confused. The flag was up. Darren Harmon. Nicely done. McParland shoots. Yes, McParland scores. And again, it just crept in at Phillips' left-hand post. Ball. Burnham. Ball's charging in there. I was going to say like a bull in a china shop, but I better not. Oh, that's terribly bad luck. The clearance came off of Paul Curtis, and Barnet a level. Bell. And inside Mickey Bell. Good shot all off the bar from Bell. Now Benton to Scott. Scott shoots. Scott scores! In the last minute of the match, Scott puts the Cobblers 2-1 ahead. Well, came back off the wall. The shot was from Cooper. And there goes the whistle. It's all over. The Cobblers safely through into the next round of this year's Autoglass Trophy competition. And they'll have a home tie, finishing top of the group, having beaten Barnet and Colchester.
Next game on this ground next Tuesday, Bath City FA Cup replay 7:30.
Curtis. Wilkin. Header, oh, hits the post and a good save. A good save from Mogg. Burnham. Plays it in. Oh, mistaken, it's come back off the post again. Parland unlucky then. This is McParland, and yes, at long last, the opening goal. Well, it's been a long while coming, well into the second half, and McParland took that goal well. The Cobblers lead by 1-0. This is Brown. Non-leaguers might be tiring a little bit now. This is Chard. Now Bell. Good ball by Bell, pulls it back. Wilkin, 2-0. Wow, 2 goals in 2 minutes. And Bath have battled valiantly, but surely the Cobblers are through to the 3rd round now. Wilkin steered that header just wide of David Mogg. Brown. It's a good ball by Bevan. That's a tremendous ball. Now Bell is in. Can he make it 3? Oh, delightfully done by Mickey Bell. The Cobblers lead 3-0 and there's only a minute left. And we've had 3 fine goals. Cobblers safely in the 3rd round, where we know they're going to meet Rotherham United, who are doing rather nicely in the 2nd division. Just with a free kick. Taken by Smith, floated across, great save from Richardson. Really did well. Terry Angus. Burnham. Now Wilkin. Takes Roberts on and beats him for speed. Pulls it back. Oh, delightfully done. That really was a splendid goal, and the scorer McParland. But credit to Kevin Wilkin. Delightful goal. Brown. Harmon. This is Bell. Bell's through. Can he make it 2? Good save. Came off of the defender's legs in the end. Bell was trying to get in there again, and the keeper did well. Harmon. McParland. It's a good ball wide to Paul Curtis. Couldn't take it in his stride. Curtis, good shot and a good save too. Down Harmon. Looks for McParland. Turn looks up, sees what's on in the box. Looks for Wilkin, picks him out. And really Kevin Wilkin should have done better with that one. Credit to McParland, he saw Wilkin and the cross was absolutely pinpoint in its accuracy. Wilkin applauds the cross and I think realises he should have done a bit better. And Richardson had come for that and really was nowhere near it. And luckily for him, Colchester put it wide. That was robbed then, and 2 minutes to go, and they're forced back on the defensive yet again. This is good flowing football as well. Burnham comes across to cover, but he's been beaten. It's zinging about. There's Clark. Clark has scored. 1-0. And you could see it coming, really. Ever since Walsall took possession, the Cobblers haven't really got anywhere near getting the ball back. And Clark, a delightful finish. Good header off the line. Harmon. Wilkin. Across it comes, and the overhead kick was spectacular from Curtis, but it was wide. Terry. Particularly good return, but the Cobblers have made something of it, and they've earned a corner. Good header, the chase is on again now, a lot of battling going on here, and it was McParland who felt he was being pulled back. Darren Harmon. McParland was there, the keeper was there too, and the keeper did well. The Cobblers still applying the pressure, but good defensive work. Well, it was until he made the clearance. It wasn't a good one, it's come a long way across, and must have been 4 or 5 players then that miskicked it. Chechery, oh, he puts it over. That's a good ball. The Cobblers' defence is coming back in some numbers, and they're needed at the moment. Crossed in, headed goalwards. Richardson with a fine save. Look at that again, it really was a fine save. Might have had a bit of help from the post, did he? No, I don't think he did. Nodded on. Curtis. And that ball given away a bit. Chechery. And the Cobblers are really stretched now, and Terry Angus goes in with a challenge. It was a clumsy one, and indeed it's a penalty. Well, there's a lot of unhappiness then among the Cobblers players. Steve Brown involved. See here, Clark was going through, and when he went over, Terry Angus was certainly next to him. And the referee, no hesitation, immediately gave a penalty. And I think Terry Angus is in some trouble as well. Terry Angus was booked and Clark scored from the spot, leaving the Cobblers 1 place off of the bottom. The bottom spot was occupied by Gillingham on 15 points. The Cobblers had 18, as did Hereford, with Torquay and Halifax on 20. So join us for part 2 as the Cobblers' fight for survival enters the new year.
lose. We've gone for it second half. And we've got what we deserved here today, second half. What made the difference, sir? Nothing. Second half, we just been more positive. We ran a bit of luck. We got it. We got it. Brilliant.
And what of the future now?
Well done.
Forget the future. We'll deal with it.
Champions!
A bit at the moment.
Season.
Thanks very much.
Champions!